Let's walk on the wise path.
What if I told you that the key to true self-discovery lies within you? That's right, we're talking about the teachings of one of the greatest psychoanalysts of all time, Carl Jung. In this video, we'll explore Jungian philosophy and learn how to know ourselves better. So whether you're looking for personal growth or just curious about the human psyche, this video is for you. 1. Draw mandalas. Our first step towards self-discovery is to draw mandalas. Now, you might be thinking, what do mandalas have to do with knowing myself better? Well, according to Jung, mandalas represent the self and can help us gain insight into our inner psyche. By drawing mandalas, we can tap into our unconscious mind and access our deepest thoughts and emotions. Drawing mandalas is a form of active meditation, and it can be a powerful tool for self-exploration and personal growth. When we draw mandalas, we are engaging our minds and bodies in a creative process that can help us connect with our true selves. By focusing on the present moment and letting our creativity flow, we can quiet the noise of our busy minds and gain clarity on our thoughts and emotions. Mandalas are a universal symbol that can be found in many cultures and spiritual practices across the world. In Hindu and Buddhist traditions, mandalas are used as a tool for meditation and spiritual development. Jung himself was inspired by the mandalas found in Tibetan Buddhism, and he believed that they could help us access our inner wisdom and connect with our true self. So, how do we get started with drawing mandalas? The good news is that there are no rules or guidelines. You can let your creativity flow and draw whatever comes to mind. You can use pencils, markers, or any other art supplies you have on hand. You can draw your mandala freehand, or you can use stencils or templates to guide your design. The most important thing is to approach the process with an open mind and a sense of curiosity. Don't worry about creating a perfect mandala. The beauty is in the imperfections and the unique expression of your inner self. Allow yourself to get lost in the process and enjoy the journey of self-discovery. 2. Understand your subconscious impulses. Understanding our subconscious impulses is a crucial step towards self-discovery and personal growth. Our subconscious mind is like a vast ocean, and our conscious mind is like a small boat floating on the surface. We can only see a small portion of the ocean, but there is so much more beneath the surface. Our subconscious mind contains our deepest thoughts, emotions, and desires, and it can have a profound impact on our behavior. Many of our subconscious impulses are hidden from our conscious mind, which can make them difficult to identify. However, by becoming more aware of our subconscious impulses, we can gain a better understanding of ourselves and our actions. One way to do this is to pay attention to our thoughts and emotions. When we experience a strong emotion or thought, we can ask ourselves, where is this coming from? By exploring the root of our emotions and thoughts, we can gain insight into our subconscious mind. Another way to understand our subconscious impulses is to explore our dreams. Our dreams are a window into our unconscious mind, and they can reveal our deepest fears, desires, and hopes. By paying attention to our dreams and analyzing their symbolism, we can gain valuable insight into our inner psyche. It's also important to remember that our past experiences can shape our subconscious mind. Childhood traumas, for example, can have a profound impact on our behavior and emotions as adults. By exploring our past experiences and how they have influenced us, we can gain a better understanding of ourselves and our behavior. 3. Know your fears. Fear is a natural emotion that is hardwired into our brains as a survival mechanism. However, when we allow our fears to control us, we can miss out on opportunities and experiences that could lead to personal growth and fulfillment. That's why it's so important to confront our fears head-on and learn how to overcome them. The first step in overcoming our fears is to identify them. Sometimes, our fears can be obvious, such as a fear of heights or public speaking. Other times, our fears can be more subtle, like a fear of failure or rejection. By taking the time to reflect on our thoughts and emotions, we can begin to uncover our deepest fears and understand how they are holding us back. Once we have identified our fears, the next step is to face them. This can be a difficult and uncomfortable process, but it is essential for personal growth and development. There are many ways to face our fears, from gradual exposure to the feared situation to seeking support from friends and family. The key is to take small steps and build up our confidence over time. When we face our fears, we gain a sense of control over our lives and our emotions. We learn that we are capable of overcoming obstacles and that our fears do not have to define us. By embracing our fears and using them as opportunities for growth, we can become more resilient, confident, and fulfilled individuals. Fear is a natural emotion that can hold us back from living our best lives. However, by identifying and confronting our fears, we can overcome them and gain the confidence we need to pursue our dream. So, don't let your fears control you. Take the first step towards personal growth and start facing your fears today. You might be surprised at how much you can achieve when you embrace your fears and use them as opportunities for growth. 4. Face your emotions. Emotions are a fundamental part of the human experience, and learning how to regulate them can help us lead a more balanced and fulfilling life. While it's natural to want to avoid negative emotions such as sadness, anger, or fear, suppressing them can actually make them more intense and overwhelming. On the other hand, acknowledging and accepting our emotions can help us process them in a healthy way and move forward with greater clarity and self-awareness. One of the first steps in facing our emotions is to identify them. This can be challenging, as many of us have learned to suppress or ignore our emotions over time. However, by paying attention to our physical sensations and thought patterns, we can begin to understand what we're feeling and why. Once we've identified our emotions, the next step is to regulate them in a healthy way. This can include techniques such as deep breathing, journaling, or talking to a trusted friend or therapist. The key is to find a method that works for us and to practice it consistently. It's important to note that regulating our emotions doesn't mean suppressing or denying them. Rather, it means acknowledging them and finding healthy ways to express and process them. This can involve allowing ourselves to feel our emotions fully, without judgment or criticism. By facing our emotions and learning how to regulate them, we can develop greater emotional intelligence and resilience. We can learn to navigate difficult situations with greater ease and make decisions that are aligned with our values and goals. We can also deepen our relationships with ourselves and others by communicating our emotions in a clear and compassionate way. Emotions are an integral part of the human experience, and learning how to regulate them is essential for personal growth and fulfillment. By acknowledging and accepting our emotions, we can gain greater self-awareness and clarity and live a more balanced and fulfilling life. So, take some time to explore your emotions and learn how to regulate them in a healthy way. You might be surprised at how much more empowered and resilient you feel as a result. 5. Understand your dreams. Our dreams are a fascinating and complex aspect of our inner psyche. Jung believed that dreams were a way for the unconscious mind to communicate with the conscious mind, and by paying attention to our dreams, we can tap into our inner wisdom. By analyzing our dreams, we can gain valuable insight into our deepest desires and fears. One way to start interpreting our dreams is to keep a dream journal. By writing down our dreams as soon as we wake up, we can capture the details and emotions of the dream before they fade away. We can then analyze the symbols and themes that emerge from our dreams to gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. Another way to interpret our dreams is to use the technique of active imagination. This involves visualizing and interacting with the symbols and characters from our dreams as if they were real. By engaging with our dreams in this way, we can gain a deeper understanding of the messages they are trying to convey. It's important to remember that our dreams are not always straightforward and can be influenced by our current thoughts and emotions. However, by paying attention to recurring symbols and themes, we can identify patterns and gain insight into our inner psyche. Our dreams are a powerful tool for self-discovery and personal growth. By analyzing our dreams and paying attention to the symbols and themes that emerge, we can gain valuable insight into our deepest desires and fears. So, start keeping a dream journal, practice active imagination, and pay attention to the messages your dreams are trying to convey. You might be surprised at what you discover about yourself. 6. Take time to be alone. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. We're constantly bombarded with messages and distractions, and it can be difficult to find a moment of peace and quiet. But it's important to take time for ourselves and reflect on our thoughts and feelings. By spending time alone, we can gain clarity and perspective on our lives. Spending time alone doesn't have to mean isolating ourselves from the world. It can simply mean carving out a few moments each day to focus on our inner selves. This can involve journaling, meditating, or simply taking a walk in nature. The key is to find a method that works for us and to practice it consistently. When we spend time alone, we give ourselves the space to process our thoughts and emotions. We can reflect on our experiences and gain insight into our behavior and motivations. We can also reconnect with our values and goals and make sure that our actions are aligned with our true selves. Taking time for ourselves can also help us recharge our batteries and reduce stress and anxiety. When we're constantly in a state of busyness, our bodies and minds can become overwhelmed. By taking a step back and prioritizing our own well-being, we can improve our overall health and happiness. So don't be afraid to take a break from the world and spend some time alone. Whether it's a few minutes each day or a longer solo retreat, you'll be amazed at how much clarity and perspective you can gain. Remember, self-discovery is a lifelong journey, and each step we take towards knowing ourselves better is a step towards a more fulfilling life. 7. Ask others what they think about you. As human beings, we are often too close to our own thoughts and emotions to see ourselves clearly. We may have blind spots or biases that prevent us from seeing ourselves as others do. This is why seeking feedback from others is such an important step in self-discovery and personal growth. When we ask others what they think about us, we open ourselves up to new perspectives and insights. We can learn how we are perceived by others and gain a better understanding of our strengths and weaknesses. We can also identify areas where we may need to improve or change our behavior. However, asking for feedback can be a daunting task. We may fear criticism or rejection, or we may be unsure of how others will respond. But the benefits of seeking feedback far outweigh the risks. One way to make the process easier is to approach it with an open mind and a sense of curiosity. Instead of seeing feedback as a threat, see it as an opportunity for growth and learning. Remember, no one is perfect, and we all have areas where we can improve. When asking for feedback, it's important to be specific about what you're looking for. Are you asking for feedback on your communication style, your work performance, or your personal behavior? Be clear about what you want to know and why it's important to you. It's also important to choose the right people to ask for feedback. Ideally, you want to ask people who know you well and have your best interests at heart. This could be a trusted friend, family member, or colleague. When you receive feedback, try to listen with an open mind and without becoming defensive. Remember, the goal is to gain new insights and perspectives, not to prove yourself right or wrong. Ask follow-up questions to clarify any points of confusion or to gain a deeper understanding of the feedback. As Carl Jung once said, your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. By seeking feedback from others, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and awaken to our full potential. So don't be afraid to ask for feedback. It might just be the key to unlocking your true self. And there you have it, folks, the teachings of Carl Jung on how to know yourself better. By drawing mandalas, understanding our subconscious impulses, confronting our fears and emotions, analyzing our dreams, taking time for ourselves, and seeking feedback from others, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and live a more fulfilling life. So what are you waiting for? Start your journey of self-discovery today